All right, how's it going, everybody? So it's been several days since I've made a video. I have actually a lot of videos recorded, but I've been very slow to the draw on actually putting those videos out, and been in the middle of a move and a few other things in my life. So while we await for Evo today and the new trailer to drop, we're gonna break down that Geras trailer from last week. Now, again, some of you all might be like, "Oh, but I've seen a billion, breakdowns and stuff." And that's true. What I like to do to stay different from everyone else is essentially go over theories that I have and break down the small details that I can find within the lore that give us more juicy tidbits. So, without further ado, so off rip, we see that your boy Geras comes back and is in the same room that we've seen kind of appear in the background of a lot of the other trailers with Liu Kang. And he says, "Geras, my old friend, it's been eons." Now, already, I have something to say about that. He said it's been eons. And we might think, oh, he's just kind of, it's like a saying, oh, it's been a long time, it's been eons. Except for both of these are supposed to be these higher deities past time. So when they say eons, I believe they literally mean eons, which takes me back to my old theory. When the first Mortal Kombat trailer, I think, dropped, or maybe the second one, that Liu Kang may have tried to create or recreate timelines over and over again, and literally eons have passed since we last saw him in Mortal Kombat 11. And I said this because I was just like, he already admitted that he wasn't ready for that type of power. No one's going to be able to just recreate time perfectly on their first go. And even now it's not perfect, but I still believe that he probably tried this a lot of times, because if not, then it would have just been a few days, years, maybe, a few thousands of years, depending on how long this new world has been created since the old timeline. But he said eons, and I literally guessed or theorized a long time ago that we might have seen eons pass since we last saw Liu Kang and Katana, or Liu Kang and Raiden, depending on which ending you took, since we last saw them right before he created the timeline. So I definitely take them on their word when he says it's been eons, because like I said, these are like time deities essentially. Liu Kang, who recreated time, Geras, who's the keeper of time, and this trailer is called Keepers of Time. Him saying it's been eons. So what all has been going on? Because this new timeline hasn't been around for eons. See? So there's something to this. So then we get Geras gameplay, and we see him next to Sector. Both look great, by the way. Geras' design is very similar to his MK11 design, just more crisp and clean. His actual gameplay itself is a lot similar to his MK11 gameplay, but it looks like filled with more combos, which is pretty cool. And the graphics look way more interesting, and they pop a lot more since MK11's style of fighting as well. Then we get Liu Kang saying that Geras is a guardian of the hourglass, and it lies beyond the realms. Now, that already answers my question I had a few videos ago about, are there still multiple realms? We've heard of Outworld, yes. We've heard of Earthrealm, yes. But are those the only two realms? And there was other little things in the intro dialogue that made me think that there was actually multiple realms besides those two, because that's all we've seen. I think it was Katana that was just like, out of all the realms, or something very similar to that. So he says it lies beyond the realms, indicating again multiple, probably not just two realms, and that the hourglass is nice and safe in another dimension. This is also cool to see that Geras is returning not as just, a flunky of some sort, like Chronica's flunky. Well, here with Liu Kang, it looks like the relationship really is a respected friendship one, and I don't think Liu Kang has power over Geras, because throughout this conversation, it almost seems like Geras is kind of keeping tabs and almost checking Liu Kang a little bit, or, it doesn't seem like there's a hierarchy out of the two. And yeah, now he's left guarding the most precious thing probably in all of existence, which is the hourglass itself. Which kind of tells me that Liu Kang, I guess, relinquished over power of time to Geras, which makes sense. Cause see, this was my my thinking in the last few trailers is, why is Liu Kang acting like he's powerless and that he's only just the god of fire, as if he can't literally just rewind time and change everything. And maybe he still has a little bit of that power, but I'm like, no. I even said, I say either he relinquished some power over so that it would be more fair, it's too much power, or he's hiding this power and he's still really powerful, but he's making it seem like he's this weakling for whatever reasons, whether it be nefarious reasons or just an humbling experience for him. But it looks like he relinquished that power, I guess, over to Geras, or maybe they split it. So there's a balance, which is smart. So Liu Kang is finished up talking to whoever he's speaking to, and he says that, yeah, the hourglass regulates time and destinies. Then we get some more gameplay, and then Geras begins to speak, and he says, I've watched you relish your role as Earthrealm's protector, which again takes me back to the idea of he's not just the entire ruler of time anymore. He's specifically just Earthrealm's protector. Geras gave him that title, or is calling him by this title, and also said, I see you relishing it. You're enjoying this. And he's speaking in not like this attitude, but kind of this like, these are the tabs that I've been keeping on everyone. I see what you're looking at. Now let me tell you what the issue is and what's about to happen, kind of. Now, Liu Kang talks about, those with this type of power must know how to use them wisely. I do believe that that's a line from probably a whole nother separate scene in the story altogether, and they just kind of cut it because it feels like it's befitting for this moment, because Geras begins to say, you neutralize certain issues before they fully manifested, and he's essentially about to tell him, you kind of messed some stuff up. You thought you had a control on everything, but you definitely did not. So after we hear Geras talking about, you altered many issues that were going to happen, we hear Liu Kang kind of defends himself and says, well, crafting a timeline is a complex endeavor, and I say kind of defending himself because that's something obviously Geras knows. So either he's actually talking to someone else, and again, it's just an editing, merging two different scenes together, or he's kind of on the defense with what Geras is saying because he already knows where he's going with it. And then Geras tells him, your idea of peace might already be in trouble, bro. And as he's saying this, we see Liu Kang, it looks like he's forming that fire portal, the same portal that we saw Shang Tsung come out of in the very first Mortal Kombat trailer. Then we cut over to a lot more gameplay, and of course we see that sexy fatality or double fatality where Geras creates a sandstorm and essentially sends Baraka through like Spider-Man did Sandman on the subway. But we also see Liu Kang create essentially like the Big Bang or a black hole, the start of time, and then push through Raiden, I believe. Yeah, no, Sub-Zero. Pushes Sub-Zero through that portal into space and allows the black hole and the time vacuum, if you will, to spaghettify him, as Ed Boon said. Now, that is just a fatality. However, it makes me wonder, well, damn, does Liu Kang still have time power? See, I'm over here saying I think he's humbled himself and relinquished a lot of the power over to Geras. So maybe that's just it. He relinquished a lot of it, but not all of it. But it is just a fatality. But typically fatalities reminisce on what the person actually can do or does in story. So either Liu Kang regains his power later, for the good or bad, because there's some leaks or people saying that, Liu Kang becomes bad while trying to protect his timeline. I could see that happening. Although I could also say that's just a really good guess. So I don't know about that being a leak, but I could be wrong. I'm definitely not one to frown on leaks. I love looking at leaks. As a matter of fact, we're definitely going to have a video coming up soon where I break down old leaks from like a month or two before we even got Mortal Kombat stuff that now seems to very much be true. But anyway, yeah, is this just a nice little cool Easter egg fatality, or can he actually do this in the story? Can he do it right now, or will he gain this power to do it later? That's trippy. And then that's it. That's all that we get for that Mortal Kombat trailer. It's like, it feels like we're left open-ended or on an open-ended conversation, where does the conversation go from here? Is he saying, hey, now I got to take this power from you because you've caused issues? Is he saying, hey, now we got to push together and stop this? Like, why is Geras even there? Liu Kang was meditating before Geras appeared. So maybe Liu Kang was kind of summoning him or calling on him to speak to him. Maybe Liu Kang is actually asking for his his counselship to kind of get a good idea of how to handle the situation, because he's watching stuff go array. And if we take that into account with many theories of Shang Tsung is up to this, or maybe Shang Tsung's from a different timeline, or maybe Onaga, or whatever the case may be, something that Liu Kang did or did not foresee or try to change caused a huge spiral of events that now have worked out for the worst versus for the best. You know, he's trying to play this all omnipotent being that knows all, sees all, and everything else, and can control. He can't. You know, he said a long time ago that it was too much power for him. I mean, he's trying to do too much. So this story seems to be really cool, really interesting. I wonder how they're gonna spice things up this go around. We're very close to September 19th. It's just around the corner. So I definitely can't wait to continue to break this down for you all. And I can't wait for the Evo trailer tonight. And let's see what we're going to get. Hopefully we get some Jade. But at this point, I kind of doubt it. But hopefully we'll get some Jade or Havoc. More than likely, though, we'll for sure get a Reptile, because that's kind of in the bag. Ed Boon has 2 Reptile teasers in just the last week. If Reptile isn't revealed today, he's just trolling us. But he is supposedly the master of trolls. So thank you all for visiting this channel. May God bless you all, and I hope to see y'all soon. Bye.